And don't let him talk himself down too much. Snarky does commentary for other events as well. All right, looks like we're off here. So first level, green greens. We're going to be doing basically a lot of lag management here, trying to make sure that we don't get too much stutter from the game. This game lags a ton. So you want to make sure that you're going to be getting enough sprites off screen in order to help mitigate that lag. So one of the biggest problems with the lag is the controller will often drop inputs pretty much every time it lags, so you have to be really careful. So like all of our racers pretty much into Poppy Bros here. And don't worry about that crap, we're going to get that fixed in just a moment. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Alright, Laurie and Hybrid are both getting out Poppy Bro here. Looks like Felix and Supersonic are the same.
Yeah, Supersonic a little bit ahead of Felix here. Also, shout out to Felix's color scheme.
Yeah, you might notice that all the runners have slightly different palettes here. Different emulators, as well as the Super Game Boy and Game Boy Color, Game Boy, whatever settings you're using, they all have different color palette options. So that's what's going on with that. Alright, looks like we got LaurieDBunnykins going into Cracko, getting a little bit of wind.
Wispy, yeah.
I said Wispy. Did I say Cracko? I meant Wispy. My bad.
You're good.
Sorry about
that. We all know. We know what you meant.
Alright, getting some wind cycles there from Pro Hybrid and Laurie.
Yeah, also with Faster and Felix, both getting wind cycles, but Faster pulls it out above Phoenix here. Felix.
Alright. Laurie and Hybrid are pretty close to each other right now, a few seconds apart, so definitely still a really close race. Alright, going through Castle Lolo here. This stage doesn't have quite as much lag management to worry about, but the boss fights are pretty RNG heavy. You want to get good patterns from all the bosses. So for the first Lolo mini fight, you want to get all top row if you can, because it's going to be the fastest, because they just don't have to run out as far.
Looks like Faster getting a mediocre RNG here. Same with Felix getting a bottom row. 2 bottom rows there.
Yeah, Laurie got okay RNG. Hybrids wasn't great, but luckily that boss fight doesn't lose too much time with RNG issues, but it can definitely play a role when runners are this close.
Slight movement miscalculation there by Faster. Felix closing the gap.
Yeah, definitely help close things up there. Oh man, Laurie going for the double hits, almost getting it. Going for it again. Just barely missing those double hits. That was so close.
I believe Faster missed their first hit.
The double hits in this boss fight are crazy. They're so hard to go for. There's just very tight window for you being able to do the damage boost through and get the hits on.
And Faster getting a double hit, and Felix getting a double hit. Oh, this is very close.
Looks like Hybrid was able to pull ahead a little bit there.
Ooh, and Felix being able to pull ahead from Faster here at Lolo and Lala. Moving on here, these levels here are crazy with the lag management and the cannons that are doing. You have so many things on screen, and the water and the platforms. Although it looks like Felix got good movement through the first section, a little damage boost. Ooh, Felix getting stuck in that water a little bit. Faster just skimming. Oh, gets stuck on the platform.
Laurie making pretty good movement there through that first section, as well as Hybrid. They're really close, both in the cave here, basically on each other's tails.
Oh wow, yeah. Same with Faster and Felix here. Almost identical on each other's screens. This is incredible. Yeah. This is so even.
All of the runners are getting really even times, which is pretty wild to see all 4 screens in the same board.
Yeah. Ooh, Faster, just a little namesake there.
Looks like Laurie's going for Curry strats here. Curry strats in this stage lose a small amount of time, just mainly due to the lag that Curry causes, but it's much safer, and you definitely want to have good health going into Kabula. If you have low health, it can be very hard to get a fast cycle on Kabula. All right. Looks like they're pretty much all of them are about to go into Kabula right now.
Mm-hmm. Heading there just about the same time.
Laurie's playing pretty up close, while Hybrid is opting to hold back a little bit because they've got really low health.
Yeah, same with Felix. Playing a little patient. Ooh, takes damage. Only has one life left. And Faster was able to pull away there and get that one by playing risky. And
yeah.
Felix here still hasn't gotten. Oh, okay. That was a pretty slow Kabula, but that's all right.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting comparison there because we saw Laurie and Faster both getting the up-close strats to Kabula, and you can really see how much faster it is. It definitely saves a few seconds when performed, like compared to perfect runs comparatively. But yeah, now we're in Bubbly Clouds. This stage has a lot of really precise platforming. It also has a lot of flying enemies, and the flying enemies are really annoying. A couple of them spawn in pairs, which make things even rougher. This room, Faster and Laurie are going through right now have a lot of lag. You notice they're doing some lag reduction in order to get through that room without too much trouble.
All right, Faster playing it safe, just hanging out in the corner for.
Cracko Jr. fight is pretty static, so you can be pretty safe going through there. Basically, with the Cracko Jr. fight, you just want to always hide in that corner in order to get rid of the cannonballs, not have to worry about them. There's one other spot you can stand, but it's super risky.
If you were around earlier, actually, we were able to see by Speedman.
Yeah, he's the only one I've seen use that strat so far in tournament. Most people go in the corner. It's super safe and like definitely just as fast. All right, looks like we got the glitch there from Laurie. The glitch basically allows you, when you collect the power-up on the first frame that you go into the water, your sprite will pop into the background, which is a fun little visual effect. It really isn't anything too crazy. It looks like Felix also got it.
Good movement by Faster there to get up to the actual Cracko fight.
Yeah, they had really quick movement there. All of the other three owners are like pretty much in the same spot, but Faster definitely had some very fast movement through there. You could say they had the faster movement.
Yeah, that name lends itself quite interestingly to speedrunning.
Yeah.
But so does Snarky Butt Munch, so.
Yeah, I don't think you really want to talk there, bud.
No.
Alright, so we got Cracko here. If you're not familiar, Cracko can give us 3 attacks. He can give us lemons. I don't know what you think. They look like lemons to me. Do they not look like lemons?
They do, like Mega Man.
Yeah, so basically lemons. But yeah, so basically you're either gonna get lemons, waddle doos, or some back and forth. You really just want the waddle doos. Looks like Hybrid got some pretty decent RNG through this part. Laurie is getting a bit held up.
Faster moving on to Mount DDD.
The gauntlet of the run.
And this is where things can change. I mean, these people, they're all pretty close together in time, and things can change quite drastically. So...
Yeah, RNG plays a huge role in this game, especially with the Cracko fight, the DDD fights. A lot of these boss fights are super RNG heavy, so upsets happen regularly. Right now, Laurie and Hybrid are pretty much neck and neck there for a minute. Hybrid managed to pull away due to some better RNG with that Cracko fight, but we got one more Cracko fight coming up, so that could totally switch places. All right, we have all of the runners into Mount DDD now.
With Faster just finishing the first fight. And probably we'll be moving on to Cracko.
Hybrid going into the Lolo refight as well as Laurie makes their way up there right now. Hybrid did not get any double hits, unfortunately. We'll see if Laurie is able to make up some time. Laurie going for the double hit. Just barely missing it, unfortunately. That was very, very close. Laurie getting a double hit. very good to see. Very fun to see in tournament setting, especially. It's a super precise short window there.
And Felix wrapping up Lolo Lala. Meanwhile, Faster getting relatively mediocre RNG on Cracko here, with Felix following close behind.
Yeah, not a big spread between those two at all.
No.
Same with Laurie and Hybrid here. They're both also just getting into Cracko.
Yeah, in fact, this Cracko is holding Faster back right now. Yeah, it's just eating away at his lead. Oh man, so much health. Alright, and Faster's able to finally kill that Cracko.
Hybrid getting really good RNG through that Cracko fight.
Oh my goodness.
Laurie getting held behind quite a bit there. Not getting good RNG. Looks like Felix has also been getting stuck there.
Yeah. Oh no, Felix. Alright, Felix probably just was able to eat up 30 seconds there. Oh, moving on to
on the Floaty Islands Kabula refight, yeah.
Yeah, Kabula refight, yeah. Alright, getting okay RNG. Another win cycle from Faster on Wispy here.
Alright, we got Hybrid and Wispy now as well, getting apples right out the gate. Definitely nice to save those few seconds.
Alright, yep, Faster clears out Wispy.
Hybrid getting a perfect cycle on Wispy with all apples and no wind, and that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Laurie going into the Kabula refight right now.
Alright, Felix clearing out Kabula, which we are about to see from Faster, who was just going right up close. Got the health to do it.
Oh, Laurie just barely getting through before that dive swooped in to get her. That would have been a little rough.
Alright, and Faster clearing it out. Moving on to D.
Hybrid in the Kabula fight now, often played back a little bit. They've got a bit of health, but we got to remember that health refills do not happen in this game in between the refights.
And Felix is getting caught with pretty okay RNG. Oh, and gets hit by the apple. You hate to see that.
Alright, looks like Hybrid and Faster not getting the best RNG here in D. Faster's only got 1 health left, which definitely puts them in a sketchy situation. Alright, we got almost all the runners in D here.
Oh, man. Yeah, Faster getting knocked out on D right there. That's super unfortunate.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Definitely was a little bit of time. But they probably don't realize that they are actually still ahead.
Yeah.
Hybrid just about done with D here. Got their D and their self both down to 1. Alright, Hybrid is now finished. Looks like... Well, we didn't do that done, so we don't get a good finish time.
That's alright.
Alright, looks like Laurie is almost done with D here, about to get that last hit. There we go, last hit on D.
And things are actually as close as they've been in this run since the very beginning between Faster and Felix here. Looks like Faster might be able to edge it out. And yep, Faster finishes with a time of 13:59. Just getting that sub 14.
Looks like official SRL time for Faster is going to be a 14:02. Official SRL time for Laurie is going to be a 13:36 as well. All right, that was a really great race there to see from all those players. That was super fun. But don't go anywhere just yet. Don't forget, this is a best of 3 tournament, meaning that we have at least one more race to see from all of our runners here. Depending on who wins, we might be able to see a 3rd race from both or either of the sets here. And just a reminder, these are 2 separate 1v1 races happening at the same time. We have LaurieDBunnykins versus Pro Hybrid and FasterSuperSonic versus Felix TC. All right, we're just gonna need a few minutes here, and we'll be back up and running with the next set of races. So don't go anywhere. All right. Looks like we're going to be getting underway here in just a few moments. So that was a pretty great last race there. It was definitely really close, especially at the end for all of them. That was definitely fun to see.
Yeah, and we wouldn't normally be viewing these in the framework of seeing all 4 of them go at once. But it is interesting, especially when their times are also close. Those were all within a minute of each other. Regularly, we're seeing them stuck on the same boss battles. So that was kind of cool. But even from a 1v1 perspective, being presented twice over, that was very good. Yeah, it was pretty tight. It was fortunate, I guess, that Faster and Felix were both faltering at similar points at the very end there. But very good run by all the runners here, really.
Yeah, they all had really good performance. They all played super well. It was definitely an impressive race from all of them. Definitely excited for this next one. It's probably going to be also very close, which could very easily put us into a 3rd game.
Yeah, some people might just be able to consider this the warm-up. If you really take a look at this as best of 3, being able to drop the first game, yeah. So we might even see some better times as this goes on.
All right, looks like we're about to get this next race underway. Very excited to see how the runners are going to perform. Hopefully it'll be just as close as that last one. Also, we got our eyes on the chat, so if you guys got any questions, anything you want to throw out there, we're keeping our eyes on it. Good luck to all the racers as this next match gets underway here. All right, here we go. Getting started with green greens again. Coming back, good old level 1. Nice, good warm-up. There's a lot of tight platforming in this section and a lot of lag management, as we said before. So mainly just trying to move forward as quickly as we can. Not too many fancy tricks or anything in this section. Mostly just lag management and some damage boosts.
Mm-hmm.
And then Poppy Bros Jr., he can either give us a dance or some bombs. We want to make sure that he doesn't give us a dance. Dance basically just wastes time and can also damage you.
It's alright, looking like Faster and Felix are pretty close here, except Felix getting that dance, which is super unfortunate. But he is able to move on as well.
Looks like Laurie and Pro Hybrid both ended up not getting the dance, which is good. Good RNG for both of them. You notice them trying to grab a lot of the enemies that come in 2s or get rid of at least one of them, because that helps get rid of a couple sprites on screen. That second part of green greens has a ton of lag if you don't start killing enemies.
Yeah, it looks like Faster was pretty much able to complete their climb right before Wispy at the time that Felix was just starting theirs. And already starting out with not as good RNG on Wispy as they got last time, but that is okay. Good opportunity for Felix to catch up here.
Yeah, Laurie also got a little bit of wind there, giving Hybrid the chance to catch up, but Hybrid unfortunately also got the win, so that was pretty much even.
Yeah, same with Felix. Looks like Wispy is evenly distributing their win tonight.
Yeah, not giving us that RNG we really hoped for. Hybrid getting an extra win cycle, unfortunately.
Looks like between Felix and Faster, they both got 2.
Oh no, it looks like Hybrid accidentally damaged off one of their apples, which means they have to wait for the next cycle.
Oh, and they got 2 wins.
2 win cycles is terrible. That's super rare. You don't see that very often. That was really unfortunate. It's really easy to accidentally get rid of one of those apples, either by damaging off of it or hitting it with another one.
Yep. Yeah, even as we saw in last game, Felix got hit on the the Wispy refight with an apple, and actually died. So yeah, those are super unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. It's very easy, especially because it's for a lot of runners, I know at least for myself and some others, it's kind of where you like let your guard down. You're like, all right, Wispy fight, let's like take a breather, and it's very easy to accidentally take damage there because you're trying to chill out for a second. Lala refight RNG was pretty okay for Laurie.
Ooh, I don't know what just happened there with Faster, just getting hit straight up in the face. That's super unfortunate. Either Faster or Felix getting great RNG here in the first part of this on this fight. Alright, so Faster onto Lolo Lala. Just single hits, getting okay RNG right now. Probably going to continue with single hits. And Felix also in there. Opportunity for a double hit, doesn't go for it.
Oh man, looks like Hybrid just missed their double hit opportunity, unfortunately. They were just a frame or 2 late there. It's really tight to get those double hits. It can be very difficult for Strat to go for.
Faster clearing it out.
Luckily, in the first fight, it's pretty much free because you get a health refill at the end of the stage. In the D2D refight, it's pretty risky because you don't get a health refill, and you really do need a damage boost to get through it.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like we got a number of our runners here heading into Floaty Clouds. I'm sorry, Floaty Islands. Floaty Islands is one of the roughest stages for the speedrun. There's a ton of sprites, especially with the cannons. They shoot a lot of cannonballs that cause a lot of lag. There's a lot of interesting strats. Just saw Laurie go for a damage boost off the squid there. That's pretty common. There's a lot of different places that you can boost in order to save time here. All right, Hybrid. Looks like Hybrid might be getting there, pushing their lead forward a little bit. I'm sorry, Laurie just pushing their lead forward a little bit with Hybrid, who is just starting to maybe catch up a little bit with some tight movement through the cave there.
Faster pulling pretty far ahead here. Oof, pretty close there by Felix. Was able to catch themselves. It's pretty good.
Laurie opting to go for the curry strats there as a safety measure just to make sure they have enough health for the Kabula fight. Hybrid going for the risky strats. Ended up taking a little bit of damage there. They're only going to have one fight going into Kabula, so this is definitely going to be a little bit tight unless they take the intentional death.
Faster probably looking to go a little bit more aggressive here. Seeing as they have 4, I think they might be able to boost their way through there.
Laurie opting to take more of a mid-ranged option because they've got about 3 health, so it's very easy to accidentally take 3 damage in this fight. Also, Hybrid looks like they're just going to clutch it out. They're going straight for the Kabula fight. They're not taking the intentional death. They're just trying to save that time. They're just going to play back a little bit, try to stay safe.
Yeah, but as Felix is entering into Kabula, Faster just got a perfect Kabula fight there. Felix also opting to play the longer game, only with 2 health. Understandable.
Going through bubbly clouds here. This is a pretty rough section for tight platforming. There's a lot of really tight jumps in here, especially with trying to avoid some of the enemies. This section has a ton of flying enemies. Also, a lot of those boomerang and lemon beam waddle doos that will just cause a ton of lag.
Oh man, Faster with very good movement throughout this this cloud section and all the verticality, handling all of it quite well.
Yeah, this section can be pretty hard. It's one of the only stages in the run that has vertical and horizontal movement, which makes it a little bit more challenging, especially with all the flying enemies. All right, we got Laurie and Faster in the Cracko Jr. fight here. Again, this is fully scripted, so nothing really that we have to worry about here.
Both players going for safer strats. And Faster was able to get a pretty good kill there. Felix shortly approaching. Oh, and we see the glitch from Faster as well.
Yeah, very cool to see that. Did they get that last round?
I believe so, yeah. I believe the only player that did not opt in for that was Pro Hyper.
Okay, yeah. Yep, and we looks like Laurie also got it again.
Yep.
Now he's got to see if Felix is going to go for it again. It's a fun little swag strat to see. Hybrid having a little bit of issue with that Cracko Jr. fight. Unfortunately, they accidentally took a little bit of damage.
All right, Felix wrapping up their Cracko Jr. fight. And again, Faster getting really good vertical movement, that climb there to the big Cracko fight. That's really important. Messing up at the top of that can be pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a pretty tight window if you're trying to get under the waddle doo without a damage boost. And going around him definitely wastes a little bit of time. And you want to make sure you're going straight up so you're not wasting too much time. Cracko not being very nice to Laurie right now. Lots of back and forth and a lot of lemons.
Got multiple, like 2 lemon cycles on for Faster here on the Cracko fight. Although I think it is going a little bit better than Laurie's.
Yeah, Laurie is getting absolutely terrible RNG with Cracko. It's just not a nice sight to see. They've not gotten a single water yet.
Same with Faster here. Although they're able to wrap it up, but Felix actually just starting their Cracko fight. Things could really turn around for them here if they get better RNG. That was not great for Felix. Although we see Laurie still struggling there. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Laurie has barely gotten anything. Luckily for Laurie, Hybrid is also struggling in the RNG department here with Cracko. It did allow Hybrid to tie up the race a little bit. They're basically neck and neck right now. They're both on 3 hits left on Cracko. Laurie slightly ahead now.
Yeah, Felix getting pretty close here. If he gets one more Waddle Dee, should be able to wrap it up. Oh, no, more movement and lemons. All right. And Felix is able to wrap it up. And we got Faster on the on the refights here. Only going for single hits. Makes sense, wants to preserve that life. Might even go for... I saw them going for the double hits on DDD, but I don't think they got either of them, but that's okay.
Laurie and Hybrid both finally done with Cracko. Laurie got awful RNG there, giving Hybrid a slight chance to catch up, but Laurie maintains a slight lead still.
Yeah. Alright, we got Faster heading into another Cracko fight.
Laurie not getting the RNG they need to set up for the double hits. It was just much too spaced out for pretty much that whole fight.
Aw, man, Felix held their inhale for another cycle and it did not pay off. It was super unfortunate. But they're only two hits away. Not getting great RNG for Felix on this Cracko fight, which is sort of what you expect at this point in the game, I guess.
Yeah, Faster's definitely not getting great RNG there. Laurie and Hybrid both done with the Lololala refight. Laurie about to head into the Cracko fight as well. Cracko 2. Looks like Hybrid's opting to go for Wispy. Really not any speed difference in deciding which ones to go for in what order, except for you want to do the Lololala refight first because you spawn closer to the door. But besides that, it's pretty much runner's choice. Laurie is getting absolutely destroyed by Cracko again. Still just getting terrible RNG. This has been a really bad run for them in the RNG department, that's for sure.
Yeah, super unfortunate. Fortunately for Faster, able to move on to the Wispy fight. Also with pretty good health, only with one gone there. The DDD fight. Felix getting okay RNG, pretty similar to their original Cracko run. Faster starting out with not great RNG on Wispy. Getting 2 straight win cycles, but that's alright.
Yeah, it's definitely not a fun RNG to see. Oh no, it looks like Hybrid accidentally took a death there by just barely missing that Kirby that opens the door and gets rid of the Gordo, and they damaged off that Gordo. That was unfortunate. It was super unfortunate.
DDD deaths are brutal.
Yeah, luckily they have full health now, so it gives them a little bit of an extra cushion for that. Laurie taking a little bit of damage there in the Kabula refight platforming section, but that's not too bad. Hybrid getting into Cracko now. Let's see if their Cracko is going to be any nicer. If they get good RNG here, it could easily tie the race up.
Alright, and we got Felix on Kabula, going for the mid-range, hovering around between there. About even on health now with them. Ooh, down to 1 hit each. Oh.
Looks like Faster's going real up close there, being really risky.
They have the health to do it. I don't blame them.
Hybrid not getting good RNG on this Cracko fight, unfortunately. I know they were hoping for it, but they just did not manage to get that good RNG, unfortunately.
Oh. Faster immediately taking damage, trying to bait out Day-to-Day into a swing. Super unfortunate.
Getting pretty good RNG, though.
Yeah.
Hybrid finally done with that Cracko fight. Laurie getting a lot of... Oh my goodness, a lot of wind from DDD. I'm sorry, from Wispy.
Yeah, Felix getting okay RNG, getting some wind, but getting a lot of apples, pretty good. Alright, and yeah, Felix is going to be able to wrap up Wispy.
Only with 1 health, though.
Yeah.
Going into DD. Let's see if they take the intentional death. Yeah, looks like it. Not a bad move at all. It only costs about 8 seconds to take that intentional death there. So if you're on 1 health, it's definitely a good move, especially in tournament setting.
Yeah. Faster getting pretty good RNG from Day-to-Day here.
Laurie into the DDD fight, not getting great RNG so far. Hybrid had a pretty clean Kabula fight there. Played it a little bit safe, definitely paid off. They didn't lose any health from what I was able to see there.
And Faster able to wrap it up, that Day-to-Day fight, 12:52. We'll check the real time in a second. Great run. Actual time of 12:56 for FasterSuperSonic on that. And that is 2-0, I believe, for FasterSuperSonic over Felix TC here, who is still wrapping up his, their Day-to-Day fight.
And it looks like Laurie is getting not great RNG, but still managing to pull just ahead of Hybrid. They're still incredibly close, though. They're just about tied up now. It is neck and neck. All right, Hybrid's only got 1 hit left. This could be game if Hybrid gets a good hit from DDD. Here comes the hammer. Boom, and that's it for Laurie. All right, looks like we're going into a game 3 for Laurie versus Pro Hybrid. Definitely an amazing match. Super fun to see. Another game 3 in the tournament. Super exciting. Those matches were so close.
Felix wraps up their day-to-day fight with 14:05. Very well ran by both participants on the bottom 2 stream setups here.
Definitely. And it looks like we had a final time from Laurie of 13:52. And looks like we had a little issue with Pro Hybrid's final time, but that's all right. Looks like it was around a 14:35. Definitely a great race. Super excited to see Laurie versus Pro Hybrid. GG to Supersonic for sure. That was very, very well executed.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't even realize Pro Hybrid is still going. They died on the last hit to DDD. My mistake. I totally missed that.
Special thanks to Bubby. It's super important.
Yes.
We'll see it again. Don't you worry. Everyone out there looking for Bubby.
I did not even notice that it said special thanks Bubby in the credits. That's hilarious.
An official time of 15:31 for Proto Hybrid of their game 2. So yeah, again, between Faster and Felix, Faster was namesakingly Faster, was able to get the 2-0, and we will be seeing a game 3 from LaurieDBunnykins and Pro Hybrid. So stay tuned. There might be a slight interim, but we will be back with LaurieDBunnykins and Pro Hybrid.
All right, looks like we were able to get Felix in the chat here. Hey Felix, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
We're doing good, thank you so much. So that was a pretty wild race. You guys were definitely pretty close there. There was a few lead changes.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got some bad RNG, but also didn't execute that well either. But yeah, no, that was fun. It's a fun tournament.
That game 1, when you were looking away at the restream and got hit by that apple on day-to-day during the Wispy fight, that was so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what I get for not paying attention. Also, I don't know if it's, like, I'm still super new to this game. I think I've done, like, 18 attempts or something like that. And I don't know if it's the game that has input lag or my setup, but either way, I don't know. It's a thing.
Yeah, no, I think you played super well. I mean, also, Faster was just, like, getting pretty decent RNG and pretty good movement throughout as well. But no, I think you definitely played quite well.
Thank you. Hopefully it was entertaining.
Oh, definitely. A very entertaining run. I'd have never have guessed that you'd only done that many runs before. That was I thought you had pretty good execution overall, especially being that new to the game. That was very good execution. So don't put yourself down too much. That was still a very good race.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. No, it was super fun. GG's to FasterSuperSonic. I don't know if they're joined, but you know, great race to them. And I'm excited for this. You know, game 3.
Yeah, definitely exciting to see game 3 between Laurie and Hybrid here. Their race was super close for both of theirs. They were both ending, like, both on DDD really close to each other. It came down to, like, the last hit, so should be interesting to see that one as well. Not sure if we're going to be able to get Supersonic in here to chat, unfortunately. But we'll wait a little. We'll wait a few seconds to see if they're able to get in here. But yeah, Felix, thank you so much for joining us for the commentary here at the end.
No problem. Thank you for doing comms. Looks like they're about to start the next race, so I will jump off. But thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Felix. Have a great day, man.
Yeah, take care.
All right, looks like we are just about to get started, as Felix just told us. So game 3 is about to be underway. Let's see some game 3 hype in the chat. People, we do not get a lot of game 3s here. This is super exciting race that we're about to see. I'm sure it'll be very close. The other ones came down, like I said, basically the last hit.
Yeah. I mean, but also with back-to-back 2-0s, you know, it's nice to see a game 3. Good change of pace. Really getting our all out of our competitors here. So should be pretty hype. And looks like we are off. Game 3. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I want to see a game 4. Sorry, Beltha Gaming. Do triple elimination tournaments.
Maybe
yeah, that'd be great.
If we can get them to both end on the same frame, maybe we'll get a game 4.
Yeah, is there a rules committee that I'm unaware of?
Thank you, Deca, for the game 3 hype. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like into the Poppy Bros fight here for hybrid.
Getting good bombs. Oh, okay, bombs again. That's pretty good. All right, and is able to clear that out. That's nice. All right, also getting some bombs for Laurie D over here.
Also getting the dance, unfortunately. Definitely not the best RNG there. I know that. Sorry about the syncing issues. We'll get that fixed in a moment here. But it looks like we got hybrid going into Wispy. All right, looks like we got Laurie making their way up to Wispy here, and hybrid making their way through the Wispy fight, getting pretty decent RNG. Looks like we have FasterSuperSonic in here. Hey, bud, how's it going?
Hi.
That was a really great race. You had a really great movement throughout there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really just mostly taken aback by your execution, even in between bosses. You guys were both at the very end there getting pretty okay RNG. It was a little inconsistent, but yeah, your movement between was really great. How long have you been running this game?
Well, not very long.
Okay, man. Well, yeah, you had very good execution throughout. Pretty good time there. I'm pretty sure you got a sub 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good for a tournament, especially where the pressure's on and the RNG you can't reset for RNG or whatever, so you just kind of gotta take what you get. And so that was definitely a good time. And you definitely did not get the best RNG there, especially in the first round, I believe.
Yeah, I also did DDD in the first one.
Oh yeah. I mean, you and Felix both actually had some problems there at the very end on all of Mount Day-to-Day in general. Yeah, game 1 was pretty close, but you had it relatively handily. Game 2 there was quite an impressive showing, if I do say so myself. Oh, and then also, just, no stakes. Who do you got here? Game 3. LaurieDBunnykins and Pro Hybrid. Who do you got?
I don't know. I don't know how well they are, so I don't know.
That's super fair.
And like we said, the last races were super close. So that's super fair.
Yeah, both of their races have been very close. It's really a toss-up at this point.
They're still very close right now as well. They both about to go into floaty islands here.
Well, thank you so much for joining us after. Super appreciate it. Definitely stick around because we will be talking to hopefully both LaurieDBunnykins and Pro Hybrid.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping in, Supersonic. I'm glad we were able to get you in to do some comms.
Yeah.
Well, and GG, man. Congratulations. I look forward to doing some comms on your future races.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Looks like we have both of Hybrid and Laurie are getting through this first part of Floaty Islands here. Again, they're pretty close. Like, they're not quite neck and neck, but they're very close. Hybrid just making it into the cave. Laurie's just about to get in there as well.
Runners barely, probably 10 seconds apart here.
Hybrid getting pretty good movement through that cave, but looks like Laurie might have been able to close up the gap just a little bit with some good movement as well. Hybrid opting to go over the curry to avoid it. Looks like Laurie's going to go for curry strats again. And like I said, this is a little bit of a safer strat, which is really good for the Kabula fight. It allows you to go in with a little bit more health, assured health. to make sure that you're gonna have enough to play up close and get that fast strats.
And we'll see what Hybrid ends up doing here with only 3 health. Looks like when you go up close, if you're able to get it right, looks like you can sometimes you only take 2. So we will see what Hybrid ends up doing here. It's pretty close. Wouldn't be surprised if they play it safe, but might also be a good opportunity to get in real close and take some risks. And it looks like they are. Ooh, they are. Okay, so they already take 1 damage. All right, yeah, they backed off. They were playing real close there at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that's what we see out of LaurieD.
Yeah, playing very close.
Yeah, mix of that mid-range and close. Same amount of health. Oh, and they closed that. Oh, that was pretty close.
Yeah, they definitely helped close up the gap there with that Kabula fight. That was really good. Now they're going into bubbly clouds here, and this is a pretty tight section for the platforming. Looks like Laurie's gonna have a chance to catch up a little bit here as well, because Laurie does a slightly faster route through this first part of the level. Look, I think they might go for this jump as well. Just missing the jump. They got the bonk off that top corner, which is super easy to get.
Oh,
going for that swag jump. That's very hard to make.
yeah.
Laurie going for the swag, carrying the enemy throughout that part. They're just about neck and neck.
Yeah.
Their screens are almost scrolling perfectly
Like
from one
into
to
each
the other.
other's, yeah.
Hybrid getting very good movement through the beginning of this stage, avoiding all the flying enemies. Laurie, unfortunately, taking a little bit of damage. They're down to 1 health, so they're going to need to play super careful through this section. Alright, looks like Hybrid and Laurie both making it into Cracko Jr. They are very close on time. They're basically neck and neck. RNG from the Cracko fight will really determine who's going to be on top here, as long as they don't make any serious mistakes.
Yep. With only about 10 seconds between the 2 of them, certain cycles are definitely going to be able to affect that. So, looks like we're getting pretty okay from Pro Hybrid here. LaurieD with the scripted sequence, you know, it'll be pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty easy to get out of there, but definitely super close now.
Yep.
But like we said before, Laurie's only got that 1 health. Oh, and they're still going for the glitch too. Super fun to see that. Got the background glitch. Looks like they're going for the health refill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's another one down at the bottom of a tomato. It's a full refill, but it's a little bit slower, so they went for the water bottle instead, which only gives you 2. But still definitely a good safety strat that only loses like a fraction of a second, like about a second or so.
Yeah, especially going into this Cracko fight, they're going to be pretty close. A second or 2 there is not going to matter nearly as much, especially with what we saw out of both of their Cracko fights last game. They could potentially be stuck here for much longer than they wanted. Their game 1 times were much faster than their game 2 times, and it was because of Cracko.
Yeah. And
getting good movement from Pro Hybrid on the way up to the Cracko fight.
Yeah, they both had pretty solid movement getting up there. Laurie's still only got 2 health, so a death would not be unheard of, and it would definitely cause a bit of an upset, but like we said, RNG is really going to play a huge role here. Looks like Hybrid's getting much better RNG off the bat. Alright, Hybrid just about to be done here, finishing out that Cracko fight a little bit before Laurie. Laurie still got 2 health left and unfortunately getting lemons.
Oh, more lemons from Laurie, unfortunately.
Yeah, lots of lemons.
Alright. But is able to move on to Mount DreamLand, where currently Pro Hybrid just skidded into, so...
Looks like Hybrid's got about a 14-second lead on Laurie right now. So they are still pretty close. 14 seconds might sound like a lot of time, but with the RNG in all these boss battles, you really don't know. Oh, it looks like Hybrid just missed a cycle there, giving Laurie a little bit of time to catch up.
Yep. Ooh, does get a double hit, which is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Those are very hard to go for.
It takes a lot of damage. That's something you gotta be mindful of, again, here on Mount DreamLand. You don't get that health before the DreamLand fight.
Right, exactly. You don't get any of those refills, so you gotta be super careful. Laurie just got a super sketchy shot on Lolo there. They had sort of shields from the last round, and they ended up getting it in right at the last second. Very classy. Hybrid heading into Cracko 2 now as Laurie just finishes up the Lala refight, also going into Cracko.
And again, this could be a big game changer. Being only 14 seconds apart, this is a place where that could really be swayed or used.
Oh yeah, this could definitely cause a lead change if RNG is super different between the two runners.
Unfortunately, Pro Hybrid getting pretty good RNG here. Some lemons, we got 2 Waddle Dees. Another Waddle Dee from Pro Hybrid.
Yeah, Laurie getting like similar RNG, but not quite as good. Actually, they might be catching up a little bit now because Hybrid got caught up with some bad RNG. They're really, really close now. This definitely helps close up the gap a bit because Hybrid is getting some pretty bad RNG.
Oh yeah, Hybrid not getting great RNG here right now. All right.
Yeah, Laurie's got 1 hit left here. Getting really bad RNG, unfortunately, at the end.
All right. Was able to clear out that fight.
Yeah, they are. I believe they're about 10 seconds ahead now. Hybrid is, so the gap is closing. All right, Laurie getting the swag jump over that gap again. Hybrid opted to go for Wispy again. It seems to be their preferred order.
And also some decent RNG for Pro Hybrid here on this Wispy fight. No, that was perfect RNG.
Yeah, no wind at all apples. Definitely very good RNG.
Yeah.
Laurie is taking this fight pretty close with Kabula. Ended up taking a little bit of damage there, but they should be alright with Wispy as long as they can manage to keep that 3 health during the GD fight. They should be good to go.
Yeah, pretty easy fight to preserve your health for the most part. There's not really too many like damage through strats or anything.
Yeah, unless you're going for the double hits, like you're really not going to be taking damage on purpose. But it can easily get trapped in a corner on DDD, so you want to be careful. Make sure you have a little bit of room to move around. But all right, looks like Hybrid's taking some safe strats here, staying a little bit far back from Kabula in order to make sure they're not going to take too much damage because they are actually down to 1 health now. Getting the dive from Kabula, unfortunately. They are both neck and neck, going into DDD basically exactly the same time.
Yeah.
Pro Hybrid opting to take the death in order to get the health refill.
Laurie not. Laurie just taking the 2 health.
Yeah, but the harder part with that is the death takes longer to do if you have more than 1 health, right? You have to damage multiple times. So if you've got 2 or 3 health, a lot of times it's not worth doing the intentional death. You really just kind of gotta try to clutch it out, and that's what Laurie's going for right now. This is gonna be incredibly close.
Yeah.
This is, again, coming down a lot to RNG and just execution and making sure you're getting all the shots. It looks like Laurie might have missed one of the jumps there from DDD.
Super unfortunate.
Yeah, Pro Hybrid is getting very good RNG here from DDD, getting a lot of stars. I don't know if Laurie's going to be able to catch up. Oh man, taking the hit too. They only have 1 health left. They're going to have to be very careful throughout this fight. Hybrid getting much better RNG here from DDD.
Yeah, just running around for Laurie. This is super unfortunate.
Yeah, Laurie's getting a lot of running, unfortunately.
Hybrid just tanking the hit, getting it, and clearing it out.
Yep, and it looks like that is going to be match for Pro Hybrid. Laurie's still got 3 hits left on DDD. Looks like they're going to be able to carry it out, hopefully.
But with a time of 13:11. And oh no, the death at the end of DDD.
That sucks.
Symbolic even. Man, that was very close.
It looks like we might have a forfeit here from Laurie, unfortunately.
Very reasonable concession. That was very close. Like you guys, both of them entering into day-to-day, like at the exact same time. That was so hype. Let us know in the chat if that's what you were looking for out of Game 3. That's what I was looking for out of Game 3. That's what these races are all about. Especially a game like this, you know, it just keeps getting more and more attention. This game's 27 years old, and we had people coming out very recently with RNG manipulation guidebooks.
Looks like we got
special thanks to Bubby.
Looks like we got Laurie here to join us for some comms. Laurie, that was so unfortunate there, that death at DDD.
I don't really care about the death of DDD, honestly. I'm more disappointed about the fact that the only game I won of those 3 was actively the worst game out of all 3 races.
No, it was a battle of attrition. That's what it was. You guys were both getting...
No, it was a battle of... this game, like, me getting good luck went on the games where I got a lot of lag and dropped inputs and stuff.
Yeah, that can be a huge frustration in this game. Like, the dropped inputs can get
Absolutely.
super annoying.
The one game I had with good gameplay was that one game where Cracko 1 took 40 seconds to drop a single Waddle Doo.
Oh, yeah, that was really rough. You had like some of the craziest Cracko RNG I've ever seen. That was so slow.
I've never had that bad.
Yeah, that was rough. Oh, it looks like we also got Pro Hybrid joining us here for comms. Hybrid, GG, congrats on the win there. You got some. You guys were right neck and neck there with that DDD. You got some really good RNG there at the end, especially, and you clutched that out very well.
I think he's getting a mic.
Oh, yep. Looks like Hybrid is getting a mic. My apologies. Totally missed that message. But yeah, Laurie, that DDD. That DDD was not very nice to you either. You were getting pretty bad RNG throughout there, even before the death.
Yep.
Yeah, that last match, like, really, you guys went into DDD at pretty much exactly the same time. And so I was like, all right, this is going to come down to execution, and if anyone misses anything. And you guys both did pretty much great, but DDD was just not being nice.
All right. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But we have a race coming up, like, really soon on this channel, so I'm going to let you guys talk to Hybrid for a few minutes.
All right, yeah, sure. All right, looks like Hybrid might have gotten their mic. Hybrid.
Yep, just got here.
Awesome. So congratulations, GD, on the run. You had a great couple races there, and that last one was super close. Especially that DDD at the end was great.
Yeah, I actually had really good RNG, and in my winners bracket match, I had really terrible DDD RNG, so it felt pretty good to just get a solid time to end that race. But I saw the restream right afterwards, and I realized how close it was, neck and neck at the end, especially because I went for the self kill at the beginning of the DDD fight because I didn't want to do it with one.
Yeah, that was definitely a good move. Laurie accidentally got the death like right on like the second to last hit for DDD. And like when they went into it with 2 health, and we were talking about it as you went in, it was just like, yeah, the intentional death loses like a small amount of time, but it ended up giving you the match. Because if you had lost halfway through, like Laurie would have possibly had a chance to like take that back from you. So that was definitely a well planned out strategy.
Yeah, that ended up panning out pretty well, and I'm actually pretty happy with both the finishing time. So in the second race, I did really poorly. I died on DD, and I think I had like over 15 minutes, but I got 13:05, and then I think 13:06 in the third race. So 2 almost sub 13 runs, and I'm pretty new to this game, so that's pretty great for me and like for my skill.
Yeah, that is definitely really good. That you got a very good time. Like especially for your skill level, so definitely props to you. That was a very fun race to watch and commentate.
Yeah, my PB is 12:42, so both those races were about like 25 seconds behind, which is awesome. So, but I definitely had some good RNG, and GG's to Laurie. I think I hopped on as they hopped off, but that was a really intense set of races.
Yeah, it was super intense. You guys did a great job. Like definitely great job to both of you. You guys had great execution and everything. So super impressive. It looks like we have another race coming up here very shortly on this channel as well. So I think do you have any last words you want to throw out there, or anything you want to plug?
Nothing to plug for me. Just really excited for this next race. I'll hop off now. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for jumping on for comms, man, and great race. Look forward to coming one of your next ones. All right. It looks like we are going to be getting going here with the next race for this channel. So we're just going to get everything set up. It's going to be right here on Speed Gaming 3. So don't go anywhere. We've got another Kirby race. It's going to be MK Cocoon versus Ovnum Regia. And we got both myself here, O'Gray, and Snarky Butt Munch doing some commentary for you. Are you excited for this next race, Snarky?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be super great. Both of the runners we have coming up are very good runners. They both have very good times, so I'm very excited to see how this turns out. So we're going to just get set up for that race now, and we'll be back shortly.